Hey chat, how's it going this evening? Apologize for missing last night. There was two order things of business I had to take care of real life items, so I am making up for it by streaming some tonight. So, welcome.
Coming in.
Okay.
You don't have to mute me in game, I
Okay.
think. Because we're in Discord and in game now.
Oh,
Both of
yeah,
you.
let me... Yeah, once you get in here, I'll mute myself and... Yep, there it is.
Yep. There it is.
Oop, there, now we're all good.
Yep. That's better.
Kick him, kick him. Oh,
headers them.
What's that?
Nice headers them.
Yeah. Hey, Beast Mode. How's it going? Courtney. Your combine. Yep. No beats on this one to harvest tonight. A lot of combining.
Wasn't sure how far you would be.
Yeah, I'm at 77, so if I dump on you here, then I should be able to go around the backside and back up to the front again.
Yeah.
Yeah, as Courseplay will hate these poles, but I don't use it, so that's okay with me. Sold one of the excavators today. Yeah, I hope you got big yields to make them big payments on that harvester. Yeah,
Uh, how does the tracks look on this cart to you?
they look okay to me. How about you?
The insides are near enough invisible. I can only see part of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look fine for me. Probably not
Yeah.
ever. Probably just one of those multiplayer bugs with tracks.
Yeah.
Oh, that is wrecked, yeah. Good thing they don't have damage on. We run into things with them. Of course, plays a swear word in this chat. Gator fan, hey Taylor, looking for the forward to this map? It's a unique map. I mean, I know I'm not the first one to do really large fields, in a map, but I gotta be pretty close up there with the total acreage of what's farmable in a standard size map. It's huge. I mean, this is actually the little, not quite this is like the third smallest field. Why are you gonna pick up a ripper tooth for the excavator? Nice. Course play, course play, course play. Real farmers don't use course play. I'm not a real farmer anymore. Plan on making this map into your cattle operation? Yeah, Gator. There is an animal trigger on the map, so you can very easily get animals and all that stuff on here. So I've not pre-placed any animal barns, just because everybody else, everybody has their own barn that they like to use for doing cattle and stuff. So 90% of the time the building would be just deleted or rearranged. So I never on none of my maps I put any animals pre-built onto the map, just because people like to build their own farms now in FS22. So why have more stuff that people have to delete out when they have to build their farm, kind of thing. So I get all the triggers and stuff are here for them, so you can farm animals without any issues. But there's no animal pens built in onto the map at start. Rip up dirt around the big rock, yeah. Yeah, that'd be pretty good to use for a ripper. Or break frost. That's what a lot of guys around here, when it gets wintertime, they'll get a single ripper shank on their excavator to break frost.
Do you reckon you'll make it to this end?
Yeah, I should make it to that end.
Yeah.
I'm only 60%. Yes, the starting equipment is very similar, Gator, as the other two maps. Nice big equipment. Has hours on it, that are used, but there'll be everything you need to keep yourself or have a good start.
So 1.5 meter plough then.
Yes. Yep. 1.5 meter plow, 4 meter spreader, 90 horse tractor. I think it's a 3.5 meter seeder. And like one of the smaller wagons for carting your goods to the store or sell points. Oop, dang, I was doing good. I didn't hit the pole.
Just a little bit off. Was.
Measured the rock today, Beast? How big was it? Or is it? Like to use better anyways? Yeah. To have brand new equipment in a new farmer mode, it's nice, but for me, it's just not 100% like realistic because you're not gonna have all brand new equipment if you're taking over a farm. That's just not really heard of. You can probably set that other one up to um hired worker.
Yeah.
When I get down there, I'll set him up on the path right here, and then I'll start working my way over. Or actually, if you want to set him towards about the center of the field and let him rip down. 4 years later, and you finally have a field plowed to seed it. Yeah, that's right. 12 feet long and 9 feet wide. You better find yourself a rock breaker because there's no excavator that's gonna pick that up. Unless it's just a piece of flat rock. What's the depth? Or don't know. Try to get you a hydraulic hammer. Bust that rock up.
I haven't got arms.
Oh, okay, hang on. There you go.
Thank you.
$3 foot, yeah. 12 by 9 by 3. You better get yourself a rock or a hydraulic hammer, rock hammer. You ain't picking that up out of there.
Yeah. Bit of pecker. How far are you?
25%. I'll make it to the end.
Right. Yeah. What I'll do is I'll let this worker do this pass and then I'll take over him. And when you get to 85%, I'll just jump over into the tractor and empty you.
Okay. I plan on taking one more headland off on that end. That way, you got a little bit more room to turn. At least
Yeah.
for me, because of the wider header. That's only got a 45-foot head on it.
Yeah.
Because it's got that custom 700 series header on it.
Yeah.
Talk to the TNT person. He's gonna blow it up next week. Yeah, that would work too. Drill it and blow it. Got the death wobble going on there, Phil.
Yeah. I come out a bit hot.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down.
No Gator. It's gonna be a mix of stuff. There will be some John Deere. Um, the harvester will be case because I like the default case harvester. I do not like the default X9 harvester. I'm not a fan of tracks on combines. It just don't like the way they look.
Party pooper.
I've just actually thought of something. I've I've stuck it back on worker.
Okay. I'll turn it around when it gets up there because I'm coming behind it.
I'm still in it.
Oh, okay.
Nah.
The one up here in front of me is a 700 series. The one I have is an X9. Yeah, that one is running a 45-foot head. I'm running the 50-foot head. Eventually, I'll probably upgrade it. Or just buy a third combine, because I'm going to need 3 at some point. But I'm getting by with what I got now. Eventually, I'm going to reset my money off, too, back to 0. When I got the basic equipment that I need to farm the map, then I'll set it back to 0 and work from just what I make off crops to continue playing. Run the X9 with the 60-foot honeybee. Yeah. The honeybee headers are nice, but I do not like the 60-foot header. It's too finicky. Are you still in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just wanted to see how he turned round.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they should turn around really nice with 2 headlands done.
Yeah,
Should turn right around on it.
he did.
Yep.
He didn't pull forward. He just.
You just picked up and swung around. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Gator, you could sell it for the S100 series. I just figured, I'll include it. Some people will use it, some people will sell it for the S700 series. But I don't want to build the map mod dependent by having it in here. Then you have to download that mod, otherwise you'll have errors. I'd rather just build the map around base equipment and then go from there. And people can sell it and buy their own modded equipment. Makes life a little easier for everyone. So what I'm doing with my playthrough, I set my money to 20 million, bought all my equipment, then dropped my money to 5 million and went from there. Yeah, that's similar to what I do. I don't know if I'll make it to the end. We'll see. No, I won't. I'll go as far as I can if you want to unload the 700.
Yeah. Yeah, that other combine is now on a worker. Still
Okay.
on a worker.
Yeah, I'd say you just leave him on there.
Yeah.
Then just run cart between the 2 of us. I'll work from the center out, and he'll work from the center out, and we'll be all good.
Yeah.
And we'll move to the next one. Getting ready to do a very long harvest on the Michigan map? Nice, what you harvesting? Is that the in-game one or the modded one, Num? Because I have noticed it does use fuel quite a bit. I mean, I've only harvested 1 field with this, and oh crap, wasn't watching. And I'm down, well, an eighth of a tank maybe. If you just want to stay there, still I'll swing myself around. Oh, that's right. This combine doesn't have the turning radius like the 700 does. The one you got from Mod Hub? Okay, well that's the one I'm using, so I guess we'll find out at a half a tank if I run out of fuel. Play Michigan Farms. I have like 4 million now. I just got started with what you gave us on Xbox. All hard work with like 144 hours on it. And like 4 years playthrough. Awesome, Gator. There are updates coming to all maps that I've done, but they are all save friendly. So you will be able to continue on with your save games without any issues. As long as, of course, you are on the current, most recent update version, which is 1.7 for Frankenmuth and 1.1, I believe, on Michigan Farms. Because that fixed the fence issue. It's intermittent when it does. Sometimes it's fine, other times it's not. But it does fuel like crazy, yeah. I've noticed that it is pretty hefty on fuel, but it's a little realistic that way at least, because you know, these are big fields and I've used 1/8 of a tank. I've run for about 2 hours, actual hours, because I'm running at half speed. So it would actually be like 10 o'clock right now. So in 2 hours I used 1/8 of a tank. That's not too bad. Oh, come on, everyone likes it. Yeah. Yeah, Gordy, everybody loves starting new saves. They love it. It's a map maker's worst enemy, is having people have to start a new save. But I like this setup. I really like the X9 with tires on it. The big duals and a 50-foot header on it. It looks pretty cool. It looks mean. Way meaner than the skinny tracks that come with the default one. Oh, you're still running off the first release? Well, don't update then, because that will include the defense patch and the other fix, or all the updates. You want to make sure you're running the most current versions of the map if you want to update. Otherwise, it will put you to the new version where the save is questionable. I put in the notes that as long as you're running the current versions of the map, a new save would not be required with the updates I'm pushing through, or I've uploaded to Giants. The testing team, secondary testing team, has put Frankenmuth map kind of through the works. They're working on Michigan now, just to kind of make sure the what I've added to the game or to the map is functioning correctly as it should. So far so good. Soybeans, huh? Beast mode, doing a whole map harvest of soybeans. That's gonna be cool. We've done that on Frankenmuth map. When I finish this playthrough, I'll update. Yeah, that sounds good enough. The update does a couple things, which if you've seen my Facebook, you'll see the change logs. it's mostly visual. That's the difference. It's all visual. Hey, there's a J-Man.
I had to grab 15 mods because you never update nothing.
Yeah, that happens.
Huh.
Oh, G-Man.
What's up, Phil? You got a new headset 'cause you sound different.
He's on his
Yeah.
headset.
I'm on my PC. Now, in Discord. I got the headset yesterday. £50 later.
This would do corn and make it into dry corn. Well, my sell point trigger, to sell all now will take dry corn. That's one of the biggest improvements on for the update for all the maps is that the sell point at the marketplace has been set up with fill type categories instead of fill types, which allow pretty much almost everything in base game and the DLC to be sold there.
Hey, you give me perms, I'll save you some money here.
For what? Oh, for
Hired
hired worker. Oops, I tabbed out. Didn't mean to do that. There you go.
Yeah, he did he did 3 runs perfect.
Yeah, the hired workers work pretty nice on this map. Actually, on all my maps, the hired workers work really good, as long as you give them headlands. You have to give them 2 headlands
Yeah.
for them to work correctly. You must farm the
Oh, yeah,
headlands
you
yourself.
don't have to give them 2. You can only give them. You can give them 1. It'll be
Yeah.
fine.
That's why I
Especially
always.
like a field like this, it's big open.
That's why I always say though is just do 2 headlands and you're guaranteed to have no issues. And obviously, when there's poles in the field, do your manual combining around the poles, because you need to treat hired workers as like a 10-year-old. They give them wide open spaces, they're fine, but give them any tight corners or around objects, they're gonna hit them. So farm it or combine it, plow it, whatever you're doing around all the objects yourself, and then let your hired worker go at it. You won't have any issues. Yes, Gator. All my maps will have the American Bale Wrap already on them by default. And the crops on this map will have all the standard crops plus alfalfa. Mindless zombies. Yes, alfalfa will not create contracts because the contracts is a script within Giants' game that is locked. Us, the map makers, cannot see this script, at least not without hacking the game, so therefore I won't ever see it. And Phil found the ditch.
I'm testing
Oh, you're testing, huh?
so you can get out the ditch and you can.
So yeah, the contracts and stuff is all pulled from Giants' base scripting that we can't access, we can't alter. So to my knowledge, any crop that's added to the game won't register itself on the contract scripting. I could be wrong, but I've never seen it do it.
Are we selling this canola?
No, we're putting it in the bin. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The contracts are they're really goofy with the alfalfa. It does not register it correctly. But there's nothing that I know of that I can do to get it to correctly do it because I don't know how their script works for the contracts because I can't see it. Yep. Yeah, that's all you can really do, or you just ignore the alfalfa contracts. It's about all you can really do. If I can never figure out, or if they release the scripting on contracts, I might be able to dig into it and then know exactly how it's working and what it's pulling, when it's pulling it. Have it spawn correctly. Are you feeling okay? No sugar beets? Lieutenant Dan, doing good, doing good. I had some real life issues I had to take care of last night, so I didn't get to make it stream. So I'm making it up tonight. Um, so here I am. Yes, everything is good. Um, it was trying, but we got through it, and we should be on the same understanding through everything now that went down. So, uh, there will be some other things that will come about it, but you know, gotta do what you gotta do. Real life and family come first at all times. I couldn't have said it better.
25%. But, okay.
Yeah, this stuff doesn't yield that much.
Nope. Especially when it was AI owned when I bought it.
Yeah.
Nice orange harvest color.
Yeah, the Colossus Combine. Yeah, it's too far out there of unrealism that I won't use it.
Hope they have a nice birthday dinner tonight.
Yeah,
To Applebee's.
nice. Believe, if I remember right, 17 is ready to go as well.
Yeah, it is.
Yep, so we'll be moving to there next.
Well,
Yep.
where is our trailers? Where's our trailers at?
What trailers?
Where are the headers?
Oh, they're in the field to the north.
Ah,
Yeah, G-Man.
that's probably the one for his. That's for the 50.
Yeah.
Do I have a 45 or do I need to buy one? Is there another one up there? I thought I had both
Yeah,
of them.
yeah, there is. That
Okay.
one was just the shop.
Oh, okay. That was at the
That
shop.
was,
That's the 45.
yeah.
Oh, that's the one for the 50. Isn't it?
So no, I'm going for the bigger one that was just up the road.
Yeah, the one that's parked on the side of the road was for the, I believe it's for the 50 because that's what I started with. I think. 'Cause this header's a monster compared to that one. There's no way that's the 50-foot header cart.
Oh, that's a big that's a big field of beets.
Boy, I sure can wait to do that one.
How much is land? It's 30,000 per hectare.
I would say that one's for the 45 fuzzer.
The one that you're getting now, or the one that's down here that he's got his 45-foot header that on it?
The one that he's got.
Yeah.
Yeah, it fits 45 pretty good.
Yeah.
I get road ready here. Right across, huh?
Yep. Straight across all the way down to the end. You should be able to park the. Should be able to put your header cart like on the road and then swing around where that red barn is to hook onto it. I think Phil is trying to destroy my header cart before he gets it here.
Yeah. It it didn't come round the corner. Got caught right on the back end.
Well, it's got, I think, 2 swiveling axles on it.
Yep. Good.
I didn't know there was one for the 45s inside this pack for this trailer. Thought it was just the one for the 50.
I set the prices to real land prices for 2020. So on this map, when you convert it out to acres, it's pretty close. To what our land prices are in Michigan. It's within a thousand or two of our land prices for farmable, drained, tiled land.
Maybe it was filled here.
Beast, don't promote other people on my channel, or don't mention other people. So, that's not cool. There's rules on that, you've read them. I mean, yes, he is, not cool. Any mention of that is called promotion. Where did you go? Did you go all the way down
Behind
to
the
the
red
dike?
barn.
Oh, you ran. Oh, I see it now. Oh, it's convenient that this field was plowed, huh?
On a magical mystery tour.
That was convenient that that was plowed up for us already. Whee! Really unfolds fast. I don't think they unfold that fast in real life.
Pretty close.
Missouri prices are 10.5K per hectare for cropland. Yeah, ours are per acre roughly that. About 10,000, 10,005 an acre.
No, I'd say in real life, from the time they pull into a field, no header attached, to the time headers attached, everything's unfolded. Under 3 minutes for sure.
Yeah.
And the majority of that is wiggling the connection point for the electronics and hydraulics. The header and combine both.
I can tell you right now, this ditch is what I'm gonna get the most complaints about. Why is there a freaking ditch in the middle of my field? Because there is in real life. Deal with it.
By the field.
This ditch is actually in this field in real life. I've matched the PDA to Google Earth almost identical, except for that corner down there where the sell points are. Obviously I had to put sell points in the map, I just can't have all fields and nowhere to sell anything. But everything else is matched exactly to 1/3 scale of the real life area. That field is buyable.
Say this still farms like 4x male.
Yeah, the field is buyable, so you can level the ditch out and then farm it if you want. I've made all the ditches like this inside in the fields like this buyable, so you can take your smoothing tool and level them out. So you have options.
I wonder if that does anything, like maybe throw some sort of Lua error for the water plant, though.
Yeah, Lieutenant Dan. Michigan Farms and Frank Booth Farming Map are uh, my maps. Michigan Farms was built by both myself and Salty Shorty, my moderator. But yeah, they're both those maps are done within the group here. And this is my third map here, Prairie Farm map. Built from scratch using Google Earth. But yeah, this couldn't play like a big map because these fields are not small. Hit those ditches so many times with equipment, yeah. Mm.
Just gonna go ahead and snap this off and head
You-
on to the west.
You're gonna go straight across then, is what you're
Yeah.
saying? Okay. I will
Yeah.
follow.
I don't know if it's my end or your end, but you've gone blurry.
I gone blue?
No, blurry.
It's your end because my end is fine.
Like from that distance, I will be blurry because we're like way away from you.
No, I mean on the live stream.
Oh, on live stream?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine on my end. So
Okay.
I
Must be
feel-
probably your connection then, Phil, within Twitch. Give it a minute, it'll probably go back again. Ohio map is nice, but he left stuff all over the place. Like the one field has a spool of something in it. Yeah, it needs an update. Like most maps that come out, you're guaranteed to have at least one or two updates, and then it's a pretty good map. I mean, they're good maps to start with. They just need a little polish. I mean, when you make a map, there's objects laying all over the place. Sometimes you forget where it was, and it happens. I mean, hell, Michigan Farm, you couldn't place a damn fence on. Who would have thought that would have happened? No map is absolutely perfect when it comes out. And anybody that says it is, they're full of themselves.
Yep. Hey.
The modded X9 you got?
Yep. I haven't played with it a lot, but supposedly I'm running. I may run out of fuel, or I have a chance to run out of fuel at half a tank.
Exciting.
So, we'll see. I'm halfway there.
Well,
Then
this
I'll-
one's down about an eighth so far. Also down an eighth on the wear bar.
If it does, then I'll look at it, the scripting or whatnot in there, see if I can figure out why it would maybe doing that, and if I can't, then I'll probably just sell it and go back to 700 series, 790s.
Probably only about 50% full.
I'm at 80.
Really?
Yeah, but I have a wider header than
79.
you. You're at 79%?
Yep.
So yeah, see the 45 matches the 790's capacity, just like the 50 matches the X9's capacity almost perfectly.
Your top is different though.
Yeah,
Yours
it's
yours is
more
black and
narrower.
mine's green.
I think it's a little narrower too. Yours is like on the front to back width.
Yeah, yours is all black on the outside. Mine's green except for the vinyl. Mine kind of looks like a dwarf compared to that header.
Yeah, you wouldn't think that extra 5 feet makes it look that much bigger, but it sure does.
Well, I mean, I'm 5'7", so if I laid down on the ground beside one of these 45s, that 50 would just about chop me in half, or just about chop my head off, pretty much. Cut me off right at the ankles, so pretty big difference.
Yeah.
Like jumping off a roof or something when you're a kid, and then after you hit a growth spurt, go from 4'1" to 5'2", and it's like the roof got taller or something. Did you never do stupid stuff like that when you were a kid?
No. No, never.
No, he just wanted to put a shovel through the gas pipe.
Yeah. Yep. Did.
I mean,
I had
as
one of
long
those.
as I've known Taylor, Phil, or yeah, he's always enjoyed a good quote unquote boom boom.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was a little kid, my uncle had built these wooden excavators that you could sit on, and there's 2 levers that would run the bucket. And it had a swivel bearing on it, so you could swivel. It's just like, it was run a little backhoe. It was all muscle powered though. And the one day I was out digging a hole, trench, in the flower garden, and I hit a metal pipe.
Whoa.
My dad came home, saw me banging on this pipe, and asked me what the hell I was doing. I said, I'm trying to dig this pipe out. He says, you know that's the gas line to the house, right? I said, oh, I should probably quit hitting it with the bucket then, huh? He said, yeah, you might want to stop doing that.
What was the bucket, metal or was it wood?
Metal.
Metal. Oh wow.
I didn't know any difference. I was just, hey, something hard. Whack, whack, whack,
Hey.
whack.
I did the same thing with my Tonka toys. I mean, dig deep enough for one of those and find something interesting. Ooh, what's this? Bang, 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 bang. Kaboom!
Yeah.
That was cool.
I saw a video
He
a
was-
days ago.
Hmm.
of
Go
a
ahead.
Of a fella putting the fence posts in around
Oh.
his field.
I seen that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and he went through a gas line and went boom. That was over here, that.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't even mad that I was digging in a flower garden. Not after you saw me banging on that pipe.
Fella who I used to work with, he bought this new house back in the 90s, and he started doing some work to the garden, and he was putting rose bushes in this day, and he what's the name, had one of them thin spades for digging trenches and stuff,
Yeah.
and he what's the name, his wife goes, "Oh, I've just made you a sandwich and a brew." He goes, "Oh, get it now." So he, what's the name, stabs the spade into the what's the name, into the grass, not thinking of anything. Anyway, he does that. He's, what's that noise? Then he can smell gas. He's like, "Oh, okay then." He'd only hit the gas main going into the house.
Mm-hmm.
Got the gas board house. It was only 8 inches under the surface.
Oof.
Nowhere near deep enough.
My dumb stories involved bicycles, ramps, distance.
Oh yeah. If you had a bike, you always had to
Yeah.
jump bikes. I mean, that was just a.
Yeah.
The best one, me and my buddies, ramping our bikes, It was my turn. I was like, "Oh yeah, I can beat that. No big deal." And a couple times before, my neighbor's granddaughter, who was a little bit older than us, she was a very good-looking girl. She had kind of pranced by a couple times. So I hit this ramp, and I mean, I ate it hard. Just ate it hard. And a little bit later, me and my buddies are just kind of sitting around, and out of my mouth goes something like, "Man, I still can't believe that wreck. That was freaking hilarious." Da, 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 da. Well, minutes later, one of my buddies decides to kind of make some innuendos with the girl next door.
Hey, Big
Come to
Money.
find out, huh?
As Big Money had said something in chat, had to acknowledge it.
And he just went into kind of overdrive. "I'll knock you on your little ass, you little..." And we're I was throwing his wife. She was so pissed. So me and my buddies, naturally we knew she was gonna run inside and tell my mom. Come to find out that her grandfather had been involved in a moped accident. And when she walked by and heard me say, "I still couldn't believe that accident, that was hilarious," she
Oh,
thought I was talking about her grandpa's accident.
yeah.
And I'm like, "No, Mom, that's not what I was talking about. I was talking about my own wipeout where I almost broke my arm and jumped my own bike like 15 feet in the air." She's like, "You sure?" I'm like, "No, Mom, this is what I was talking about. Yeah, what's his name mouthed off to her and said something we probably shouldn't have, but my end was this for sure." I had no idea that her grandfather had been in an accident on his moped at all. Of course, me, we were just kids out there being kids.
Yeah, Big Money. This is the prairie map we're on. Flip your combine over a ditch. I'm sure that there's no combines that hold 345,000 liters of soybeans. I don't even think the Colossus has that big of a capacity on it. I'm calling your bluff.
I mean, that could be a modded one out there that somebody goofed up that high, but good luck getting it back over on its wheels.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why is my
Combines are not
270
easy to flip
degrees?
back on their wheels. Hey, Swiss.
Hey, Swiss.
Hey, Swiss.
My 270 degrees here is slowly
That
getting
angle's not
smaller.
correct. That angle is not correct coming into it. I estimated it. I was a little off.
Well, I drove 270 down the first pass. And you should have been 270 right with me. And if you did 90 back,
That's what I'm
I did
saying.
90 back as
I
well.
I didn't do 90 back. I lined up where I thought I was close, and I didn't, so I had to shift over some.
Drivers. That's
Did
your
I
game maps for.
did I change some fields? What do you mean by that, Num? If I changed, did I change some fields? Yeah, the map is all fields. It's 917 acres.
But it's called Prairie.
The actual farm, or the actual place that this is mapped out, is 3,000 acres. That's why I have it set to, I scaled it down to 1/3 scale. Otherwise it'd be like 3 fields if I left it at normal scale.
I'll follow you, Taylor.
56, if you want to dump me, then I can cut down the center of this.
If you want to just go to the other side. Since it's kind of a narrow piece.
Yeah, but his pipe will be on the inside then.
Well, I'm only 26%, so.
This should fill the truck, so I'll take the truck back.
That'll fill the truck? Okay. Yeah, just dump it in the silo. The home silo there. David! David as Gaming. Thank you for the follow. Or not follow, the raid. Boy, I'm losing it. Thank you for the raid, sir. Much appreciated. And, well, there you go. And the follow now. Preemptively said it. Welcome to your viewers. Welcome, raiders. How are you doing this evening? How was your stream? Get a shout out for David there, please. You're here, Shorty. Thank you. There's the follow. No worries, Swiss. No worries. It's all good. You get your rest.
You've been working that poor girl too hard.
No. Probably her job. Like everybody else's
I
job.
meant farming sugar beets. Come on now.
No, we didn't farm sugar beets last night. I was off last night. And other things. Stream went well, been sick this last few days. Starting to feel better. Yeah, there's a lot of sickness going around. Our son's got the quag right now. He's starting to get over it, but that's awesome though. Had a good stream. Again, thank you for your raid. Appreciate it. This is the Prairie Farm map. My newest and latest greatest creation. That is the PDA for it. Yes, indeed, it's all map or all field. 917 acres. Got a couple roads, few ditches, and the rest is all field.
That wasn't exactly half and half, but
When does this map get released? Probably after the first of the year. Because it's got to go through Giants testing, fail 1 or 2 times, and then it'll be out for all platforms. Very prairie feeling, yes. This is a real location in Michigan. The actual Prairie Farm was established back in the late 1800s, early 1900s. It consisted of a 10,000 acre plot of marshland that they man dug or man created canals and ditches to drain the land. Much like New Orleans is kind of built. You have the canals and the ditches and stuff, and then a pump house to pump out the canals into the river, or down there it's Lake Pontchartrain, but that's exactly what they did here. To drain the land off. Right there is a example of a canal that is there in real life. It is roughly that size, and there's a dike that holds it back in the rainy season. This map consists of a 3,000 acre section of the Prairie map, or Prairie Farm. It is set at 1/3 scale, however. So you had at least more than a couple fields. These fields are well over 100 acres apiece. There's some of them pushing 300 acres in one field in real life set. So I didn't think a 300 acre field would be that fun, because it'd be just insanely massive. So I scaled the whole thing down to 1/3 its actual size to get more fields on here, but still maintain the actual layout of the fields. Yeah, 16x map. Yeah, exactly. A 4x, I don't think a 4x would even get it close. I think, yeah, you have to go up to a 16x to capture it all. But the town, if you're out on Google Earth and want to actually see where it's at, is Alicia, Alicia, I believe is how it's spelled. Michigan. Um, and you can definitely tell that it's just massive. It is no longer called the Prairie Farm in today's date or today's world. There are 20 different local farmers that are now currently farming the piece of land. It kind of during the Great Depression era, and a little bit after that era, it kind of changed hands a few times and then got sold out to private entities instead of one massive farm. Um, but it's a lot of the farmers around in the area still call it the Prairie. Um, but it's owned by 20 different other farmers now. They all farm it. Heard somebody making a 64x map? That's insane. I don't know how they would even. Yeah. No.
There's this,
I don't think Giant's engine would actually handle that.
No,
Honestly.
it can. They made one in
there's a-
19.
yeah.
19 had a 64x map.
There's a 64x map out. The 22 as well.
Is there?
Yeah. I think it's on King Mods.
Ah. Yeah, that's just insane. Nope, not
Yeah.
for me. Yeah, on my Facebook page, David, you'd have to go scroll down a few posts, but I actually posted the actual storyline behind the map when I started building it, to just kind of give players an idea of the real life location. And there's a couple PDA screenshots too somewhere along the line, but it's probably pretty deep down into on the page by this point, as far as the posts go. But yeah, it is real life. The terrain is pretty close to being real life. It's flat. There's not much elevation changes. So, I mean, the ditches are the most of the elevation changes you'll see. Otherwise, it's maybe 30, 40 feet elevation change in the whole place. So if you like a big flat map, I got you covered. But you have to deal with the ditches.
That's the easy part.
It's Alicia, I believe. Alicia, I think is how it's pronounced. Michigan. Actually, I can use my phone here real quick and double check that.
What happened there?
Well, I was gonna hire him out so I could step away and go to the restroom real quick, but not letting me just straight hire.
Yes,
Okay.
it's Alicia, Michigan.
You want me to take over from you for a minute then?
Yeah, you can if you want.
Yeah.
I'll just hop out real quick. Step away for minutes here.
It used to be the center town, center area of the Prairie. back in the day. It was town central. Now there's not much left. See a beast. No worries, David. Have a good one. Thank you for the raid. Appreciate it. Have yourself a good night. Get some sleep. Get some rest.
full?
Yep, I'm full.
Yeah, I'll go and jump in the
Okay.
green car.
I'm back.
Crop destruction is on.
Yeah. I was done it. I was going round anyway.
Okay.
Don't like driving through the crop.
Cornfields up there.
Her hobby. I think her hobble. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel. I do have a YouTube channel, but it's mostly just posting of the my VODs, the video recordings on Twitch. That's all I use it for. It should be Taylor Farms on YouTube, but it does have some older videos from like back in the previous versions of the game, beet harvesting and stuff like that. I have no idea what that name even is, so I can't. I have no idea. Thank you for their follow, but I have no idea. Don't take long to empty out this combine, does it?
No. Giants increased the speed on combines emptying in one of the patches.
Oh, did they?
I think it was 1.6 that they increased the speed of it.
Let's see.
And if that's it, he's just based it off the base game.
Yep.
I think what's the name, and it's took everything so it recognises everything.
Oh, nice.
Game.
Let's get a little bit closer.
Yep.
Going on over there.
Yep.
Finish this up.
Yeah, that looks like it'd be a down and back pass for you, so I'll start.
Yeah, not quite, but quite a full round, but we'll make it work. Anything else new?
No, not really.
The concrete pour go.
That went well. Real well. Looks really nice. Now it's just got to cure out, which I think the machine comes next week, and then the following week they install it. So it's gonna have 2 weeks to cure. Don't know if that's really gonna be enough for it to fully cure out, but
It'll get mostly cured in 10 days, but there might still be some. How much it's noticeable is probably depending on how much that machine weighs.
yeah, I have no idea.
At the very beginning of the day today, they asked who wanted a whole week off next week.
Oh gee.
I passed.
Hey, what's going on, Derry kid?
Too many bills to pay.
Yeah. Can I ask you a modding question? My new computer's coming in tomorrow. I haven't played FS19, so excited. Yeah, Derry. Ask away. I'm here to help if I know it, and I can help you. Otherwise, I'll just tell you I have no clue.
Same for the rest of us.
Map? That's all you wanted to know? Exclamation point Prairie. That'll give you all the information. I think I have that set up. No, exclamation point Prairie. It should be in the chat commands on the about section of my channel. Yeah, because I have 3 maps that I built, so I name each one by its main name. I think. That was my plan at least, but maybe I didn't do that yet. Guess I didn't. I guess I did not, Oz. So yeah, this is Prairie Farm map. It is a 917 acre plot of farmland fields. This is the PDA. It does have 3 spots, maybe 4, that is viable and totally customizable to build your own farm. Just sell the buildings off and build however you want it to be built. The sell points are all in the lower left corner. The store is right there by field 3 in the lower right corner. And the main farm is just across the road from the store. It is a standard size map.
Very much plays like a 4X.
But very much plays like a 4X because of the field sizes. But it is a standard size map. And it will be an all platform map when it gets through Giants testing.
Big, long, set your GPS and sit back and relax runs.
In order to find the 9250 combine mods, pecan draper heads, or honestly, Google searching is your best bet. That's where I find a lot of key things that I'm looking for, is by just typing in Google search, put FS such and such mod, and see what comes up. Or FS22, and then a mod name, and
Check the
if
mod
you're on
hub in the
PC,
game first.
yeah, if you're on PC, but yeah, always check the mod hub, Giants' mod hub, in game or on their actual website for the game. use those ones first over top of any other mod if you're on PC. Because some of the other mods out on these PC sites are utter crap. They're full of errors and
Yeah,
issues.
Test, test, test.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm sure there's a 9250 on the model.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there is too. If I remember right. Yeah. But yeah, I would always recommend, especially if you're just getting into PC, I would stick to Giants Mod Hub mods. You're gonna have a lot less problems because, like I said, there are some mods out on these other external mod sites that are just not good. They have errors. They have Lua call stacks. They just are not good. And if you run enough of those mods, you're gonna get corrupt saves. You're gonna have freezing, or the game will hang up and won't load the map after you've exited and come back to it. It's just a matter of time before something borks if you have a lot of errors in your log. Just been on the gaming PC? I see. What's the big 16x or 32x map that's out? I think Western Wilds is a 16x?
Wild West.
Or Wild West, that's what it is. Wild West is the 16x map. I don't know of any 32x maps. Biggest maps I play is a 4x. Have a grain card handy?
Yeah, I'm coming to you now.
Okay. I am not sure. I believe it's US based dairy. Western Wild. I think it's like supposed to be in the western side of the US. Maybe I'm not sure, totally sure. It's got big fields, I can tell you that. New Holland T9 series? Do not know. Your best bet is just to search through Giants' mod hub mods and see what you can find. Because you can search their mod list too on their website, and I believe in game you can search it by the names. I would just start there.
There's a T9 base game.
Oh, is there a T9 base game?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. T9 is a base game. Tyson still got his site? I have no idea. I don't really associate myself with a whole lot of modders just because I don't like drama. And it seems like a lot of bigger time modders have a lot of drama associated with themselves, so I just kind of keep to myself, venture around on the council forums or council groups just to see the feedback and stuff from the maps I've created. But I'm not in a bunch of mod groups. I'm not in association with any of the bigger modders. I just kind of keep to myself. Hey, Buddha. If anybody knows something, Phil knows it, because Phil is like the left-hand resource that I have for new mods that came out, or how this works or that work. He has a really, really good knowledge of the mods that are available on Giants' Mod Hub, and if they're decent or not, and what buttons do what on controller for the game. Correct, Derry. Nobody can answer simple questions on, yeah. I've noticed that. So when anybody comes here to my chat and asks questions, ask away. I will answer the same question over and over, as long as it's not like within the last 5 minutes. I mean, Obviously, if there's somebody new that comes in and asks the same question, okay, but if you ask the same question over and over and over, I will get annoyed. Because I would have answered it already for you. But, yeah. Asking simple questions on some of these Facebook groups is like biting your head off. That would be a collectible. This X9 is Sid's.
Going back to the T9. I don't think there is a T9 on the mod hub,
Okay.
but I do know that there is a New Holland on the mod hub that is basically a T9, but it's a very early,
Early rendition model of it.
yeah. It's about 30 years old.
A9, is that a combine or is that a tractor?
It's a tractor,
That's what I was thinking.
big articulated. It's like this 9R,
Yeah.
New Holland.
Yeah, it was a 19, I think, as base.
Yeah. It's in 22's base as well.
Yep.
That tractor goes all the way back to 13. I can remember having those on my
90s model New Holland. Yep.
360
Yep.
farm on it.
That is correct, Buddha.
Yeah, that's the one. Buddha. It's a New Holland Versatile, if I remember rightly. Nah, it's two tractors in one.
Free there, Phil.
Yep.
Right here.
Alrighty, good sir. Sleep medicine is kicking in. Have to go. Yep, you're welcome. Have yourself a nice sleep.
Good luck on the mod hunt.
Yep. Welcome to PC.
I knew it was one, but either.
I've honestly kind of shied away from site stuff
Yeah, I have to.
for 22. Just because there's honestly a lot of good stuff coming that's not only crossplay, but it's, you know, it's just good stuff in the regular mod hub.
Yeah.
Yeah, Buddha Prairie's coming along really well. I've been farming on it now for a few weeks. I've updated a lot of things on it when I went through and updated all the other maps. You can place fences on it. Made sure of that. That was like the first thing I did when I started building it. Got the fence thing all figured out. Yep. Yeah, I play on a laptop still, Derry. But my laptop is... It's
No slouch.
not a slouch. You can pick things up and put them back down and times that by 10. Yeah, Buddha. When I heard about the whole crossplay thing, I was like, you know what? Frank, if it kills me, it's gonna get to consoles. That was my goal for 22. Single-handedly, my only goal was that. Then now, of course, more goals have been placed and to achieve because you always got to keep driving forward and improving yourself and whatnot. But my sole goal for 22 was to get my Frankenmuth map to all consoles, and it would be my first mod on the mod hub for Giants and first console. So there's a lot of firsts for me in this version of the game. Took me a long time. I had to really learn how they work. Frankenmuth took me 6 tries and 3 months of back and forth with Giants to get it. Now, it was 3 months mainly because the testing list was so long that I was waiting weeks for them to relook at the map. After I fixed whatever they didn't like, it'd be another week, week and a half before they'd look at it again because of the mod test list was so long. With Michigan, when I submitted it, it failed once. I fixed what they didn't like, and the second time submitting, it was through. So I guess you could say we've learned some from the Frankenmuth experience. So it's not incredibly hard for me at least now at this point because I keep things pretty basic, pretty simple. That's the kind of maps I like is basic, simple maps so you don't have to think too hard on how to play it. You just play them. Yeah, people get bored with it because there's not a whole lot of stuff to do. But on the same front, I just like the style of map that I build, so.
Could you do us a favour, please?
What's that?
What's super strength of?
52?
But no super strength.
Oh, you want to? Oh, did you flip something over?
No, I put something in the ditch.
Uh-oh.
So if I activate it, then it's activated for everybody else. Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
You all set?
Yep.
Okay. Yes, I do have lots of troubles with translations. That was the main reason Michigan failed, and there were some bit masks that were wrong on the buildings, and they've been wrong since Frankenmuth map was approved. So I didn't understand that one, but the translations I go back and forth with them every time I submit it, whether it's an update or a new map mod. They never like my translations. I always got to switch it, and they're never the same. Like, Frankenmuth map got approved for the L10 translations that I put in the map for Alfalfa and the Terra Dirt. I copied them and put them into Michigan, just directly copied what they approved, and it failed. They wanted to say something different. So, I don't think Giants knows. I mean, it's tester based. It depends on what tester you got is how they want it set up, kind of thing. And that's the most annoying part is the translations part of it. It just German has different grammar than the U.S., so commas and periods and whatnot is set up differently for it to make sense. And yeah, there's no way of really knowing how they want it until they tell you this is how they want it, kind of thing.
You gotta take a look at this real quick.
I have an Alienware, Derry, to answer your question. Mine's an Alienware. He was extra ticked when it came out. What were you extra ticked about, Buddha? I think I might have missed something in translations here.
Did he have like 600 hours on Frankenmuth or something?
Yeah, he's got 600 hours, but one of the updates that required new save, maybe? Ecstatic. I see. Got it. It's, it sounded like you were ticked off. I was like, what, what happened? Got it. Ecstatic. Got it. Yeah, I mean, it was a struggle. It was a struggle to get that map through Giants because I had no idea what I was doing, and I was just trying to figure it all out, and it took me a while, but I learned from it. And that's key. You need to learn as you do things. You have to learn from what was wrong to make sure it doesn't, for the next time you do it, you remember that, hey, no, that didn't work that way. You got to do it the other way or something. But translations, no. You're better off just submitting it and let them tell you what they want it to be, and then just copy and paste it and resubmit it again. On the translation side, just get it close, send it to them, and they'll tell them what they'll come back and type it out to you how they want it. That's how they've done it for me, at least, all the time. They'll take my whole English German translation that I have on the map. They'll copy, make their changes, paste the whole thing, and say replace that with this, and you're good to go. So at least they, do it that way, so it's just a copy and paste thing and you're done. For me, at least, that's how they do it. I can only assume that's how they do it for everybody else too, but who knows. Oh, I see, Buddha. Yep. Yeah, so that was my main goal, to get Frank Muth map, and then Shorty, Salty Shorty here, suggested a few different times that we should bring Michigan over. And I was reluctant. I didn't really want to. The previous person that helped on 19 started doing it. Which I was like, great, good. I don't have to mess with it now. I mean, I know a lot of people love that map in 19 on PC, but now at least I didn't have to mess with it. But 3 months in, roughly, and that I was informed that there was no other updates on it. It looks like it was abandoned. Not surprised, honestly. So then Shorty did some more convincing and finally got me on board. He had converted some of it over already himself, and then together we both finished it off and submitted it to get Michigan Farms from a PC map that was in 17 and 19 into 22 as an all-platform map, which was pretty cool. In the end, it was quite an achievement for both of us to be able to bring a map that was my starting point in map making and bring it in as an all-platform map for 22. That was quite the accomplishment as well. And then I figured, you know what, got 2 in, why not make a 3rd one? So then Prairie was developed, which is the one I'm on now. And then when I was making this one, I was like, well, that's what would be a great idea to put all three of these maps in one 4x size map. That would be pretty cool. Hence now there's a project 23.5.10 that is slowly being developed, where it takes all three of these maps, Frankenmuth, Michigan, and Prairie, and puts them into a 4x platform. My goal currently is 1 million downloads on the Mod Hub. Remind me after stream some people. Okay. SP. Dunny! Map is...
There's
Go ahead.
another letter missing off that, but I'm not putting that other letter.
Oh, okay. Just remind you about something after stream?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Donnie, the map is going well. I've got it tested where I'm comfortable with it. I have leased it out, I guess you could call, to a couple other people to look at it. And my internal testing team here also has I call the priority team. I have a priority and a secondary team now of testers to help me test things so I can work more on map building versus testing kind of thing when I get to these 4x maps. But yeah, it's coming along great. I'm very happy with how it's playing, very happy with how everything is working. It's massive. It plays huge, but that's because I've used 95% of of the space available for farm fields.
No woods, all farmland.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Doing well, happy bosses. Slowly building a PC. Got a lot you want to get into map making, Buddha? When you're ready, I am more than willing to share what I know. For free. No charge. There's a lot of people out there charging for information, and I can get you proficiently to be able to build a map like these free of charge. I won't do it for you, but I will definitely teach you the way. If you're willing to learn. There's a couple guys through the winter here that are taking me up on that opportunity. So I'll be working with them. And no, free of charge. I am not going to be one of those people that have a Patreon or some other paywall BS for videos of how to do things. That stuff just grinds my gears. But these fields are fields are not small. If you do these like a wheat field and try baling it all, you'll hit the bale limit before you get the whole field baled on some of these fields. Just a heads up.
I went over the bale limit on 2 fields.
DedgeNet's really helpful too, but you'd probably be better. Yes, DedgeNet is very good at more, I would say more productions. He is a production whiz when it comes to these farm sim maps. He is by far the best person I know that knows greatly inside and out on the game with productions and stuff, buildings and stuff like that. It's amazing what he can do with some of this stuff and create, and the imagination he has to do that all. But yeah, if you want just basics, say, hey, here, this is how you do this, how you do your splines, how you do terrain forming, how you do your field layouts, all the basics to get a map that's playable without errors. I can get you to that point. If you want more extravagant things, special crops, special buildings, special productions, probably DashNet would be the guy to watch, because he's got that figured out pretty well. I'm still learning a lot of that stuff. I like my buildings too. They are not optimized as great as they should because there's some things in that Blender that I don't know how to fix them. Because I know Giants Editor extremely well. I know XMLs extremely well. But I, for the life of me, cannot figure out how to use Blender to build and change and attach textures and stuff. It's Greek. I've played around with it trying to learn it, and I just can't get my head wrapped around it. So, the buildings do look nice, but they are not fully optimized for this version of the game, so they will have a little bit of weird texturing on them. They don't have that parallax 3D texture to them, which every time I get a map review, it gets marked down points because I'm not using a FS22 texturing system on them, but it is what it is. Olahandar is a whiz with Blender. He's even teaching classes now? Might have to look that up. Because it'd be nice to learn how Blender works and kind of learn it. To be able to do some basic retexturing or whatever I need kind of thing, but
I've taken a look at it in the past, and it's similar to a 3D CAD software, but in CAD you draw everything in real full scale, whereas in Blender you kind of give it its own little scale and hope it turns out right in the game.
but yeah, he knows his stuff, Buddha. Yeah. I've had CAD classes. I've taken CAD at local college here. And I've taken some 3D CAD or CAD. And CAD and Blender are not the same as far as how you build shapes. CAD is way more easier, more user intuitive than what Blender is. CAD 3D CAD is more like dummy Blender for dummies kind of thing. My old job, I had to use CAD just about every day. Drawing blueprints and 3D objects for the laser machines. That's also how I learned a lot about XML, because all the programs were written in XML format.
I'm surprised in these XMLs that Farm Sim has, there's not a lot of if-thens.
That's Lua. Lua scripting is if, then, this, that.
Well, the ones I'm familiar with using it the most is like PLCs,
Mm-hmm.
which, you know, some automated manufacturing machines use PLCs, and you know,
Really, Swiss? Really? Swiss says, blender, I could teach you. 1 part ice, 2 parts juice, and you have a refreshing drink.
I like her. She's funny.
just
You
juice.
got the mopsy.
Erosion on height maps with Google Maps is insane. Today, I can after the entire landscape. I can alter entire landscapes easily in seconds. Lay in roads, AI splines automatically. Just too neat. Yes. If only I knew how to do that. I'd do it all by hand still, and try to match it as best as I can. I wish I knew how to do all the 3D mapping because, unfortunately, where I am at, they don't really 3D map our area that much because it's flat. It's really boring to 3D map or map the terrain on something that's flat. It's flat. Um, I have found some images of this area here, and it just looks like a pool table. Yeah, only around the rivers they map it to map, yeah, the river part. Yep. Lime in these fields is gonna suck.
Yeah.
Take a lot of lime.
Good thing I could put lime in an auger wagon now without having to have a mod.
Yeah.
Well, an extra mod.
No, there's no mod that allows this to happen. Map does it by
A modded
default.
trailer.
Nope. Map does it by default.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Some of these fields don't actually take that much lime.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I do know we're using the Case Patriot or whatever it's called with the dry box. So that's got the widest spread pattern.
Yeah.
You should put GPS in. Just saying.
Ay, ay, ay.
That was a smart play. Auger wagon with lime causes issue. Oh, the mod itself you're talking? Well, I wonder if if it's gonna cause issue in here now. Gotta have it built into the map by changing the fill type registrations. Guess we should probably check that. So what does it? What kind of issues does it cause, Buddha? I kind of a heads up so I can take a look and test and do things with it. Not sure if it's a mod to map problem or a mod to mod thing. Okay. See, I learned how to.
Since it's built into the map. it probably would conflict with this map.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you use that mod with this map, it's probably going to conflict with it. Yeah. But the way I figured it out was I was messing around with sell points and realized that there's two ways of doing sell points now. You can do it as a fill type category, or you can set them as individual fill types. And then within that file, I was looking around for all the fill types and stuff, and I'm like, huh. Bet you if I just add lime in here where it says auger wagon, I bet you I can use the conveyor trailer and put lime in it. So I did that, and sure enough, I can put lime in the conveyor trailer now without needing an external mod to do it or to help it. It's built into the base map files. Commonly, it causes a 99% completion tends to be short on yield for some reason. Take auger wagon off and do the same contract over, and I had enough to complete the contract. Uh-oh. Well, do we have any liming contracts right now? That's for harvesting. Guess I have to keep an eye on for one for.
I've never seen a lime
You don't get
contract.
you don't get line contracts base game.
Oh, you don't? That's a mod that creates a lime contract?
That's line
That's
contract.
gotta be
That's-
mod to mod then.
That's the problem then. The mod that giving you the contract for lime is Bort.
Now you might be able to use. They might consider lime as a type of fertilizer for fertilizing contracts. But I think most people would just do a fertilizer instead.
Yeah. So yeah, there's that probably the whole mod that gives you more contracts or whatever that alters contracts in base game is why people are having so many issues with contracts
Yeah.
on maps.
Yeah, because you got the better contracts, line contracts, and there's another contract one.
Yeah. Because I've never had a problem with any contracts using just base game, not any mods
Yeah.
to affect that or to change that base game system for contracts. I've always had enough crop to harvest it. I've always had enough fertilizer. I've always had, the plowing and seeding was always enough. I never wasn't able to complete one. With the exception of the baling contract on Frankmuth when you had it set to the train because you couldn't sell bales on the train. But that's been fixed a long time ago because I removed contracts off the train so that way it would not spawn a baling contract on the train. It spawns them on the animal dealership instead.
And one of the updates the Giants did, what's name, that blocked the contracts as well. That stopped them getting up to 100%.
Well, I don't think there's an update. I don't think there's been an update. Most of the time the map updated to accommodate the mod from what I've heard. Oh, okay. Well, I have no idea how to update the map to make it work better with those contract mods, so I guess they're forever gonna be broke on my map.
Sounds to me like Giants had an issue and fixed it. I know there was another instance when people were using precision farming and doing contracts. If you didn't fertilize it to 100%,
Mm-hmm.
you wouldn't get top yield for it. So you were always short. You have to do the contracts in the order. So if it needs what's name? Plough it, the contract, then plant it, lime it, plant it, then fertilise it. What's name? Get it up to 100%,
Mm-hmm.
and you'd get it. But if you missed out a step, you wouldn't get the full reward for it.
Yep.
And that was a giant space game issue.
Yeah, I don't do a whole lot of contracts either, Buddha. And JY, you really like the Frankenmuth map? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. This map is the Prairie Farm map, my newest creation. That's not out on anything yet. It's got to go through all Giants testing and stuff yet. So that's my newest map. This is the PDA for it. Yes, those are all fields. No, there's not a lot of green space. Yes, there's a couple sell points, but no factories are placed.
No, there's not any woods.
And no, there's no woods, no forestry. There is a wood sell point on the map. If you plant trees, you'll be able to sell trees. But there is no built-in forests because it's all farmland. Where this map, and it's built off of a real area in Michigan. PDA image overlay. Ditches are spot on. I live in Michigan too. That's where I got it from. Our ditches can swallow cars. Some ditches can swallow semi-trucks.
Confirmed.
One or two around Indiana here that could do that, but
Hey, Brian.
What's up?
I'm gonna head out.
Okay, Shorty. You have yourself a good night.
hey, Shorty.
We're
I'll
gonna try.
Yeah, see you shortly.
I'm hurting pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, go get some rest. Or try to. This map is based in Michigan. It's Alicia, or I think that's how you pronounce it, Michigan. It is the Prairie Farm back in the late 1800s, early 1900s. Southwest Saginaw County. It's Alicia, Michigan. And that will be about where those blue dots are on the real life map. Down there by field 3 and 6. That was town center back in the early days that they developed and drained the swamp.
It's gonna be close.
$917 acres you have to farm from without putting fields together or making fields bigger. There is default fields 917 acres. Highway ditches are probably 10, 12 feet deep. Mm-hmm. Three-seater, what's up, man? How you been? I've been good. Been real good.
How full are you guys?
I'm 90,
96.
but my pipe's on the wrong side.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm
Coming
gonna
to you,
just make it, and then I'm gonna whip around.
Nice. Yep. Here we go. Perfect. What?
Where you going?
That wasn't me. That was me.
And I'm still wondering where Phil's bogey wheels are.
So it's not just me then.
You not have them on your screen either?
No.
I got a screenshot of it for Taylor to look at.
Yeah, so have I. I said that to say that when what's his name jumped in it.
Multiplayer has some sorcery to it, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Last night I seeded the whole map without having to refill. Using the TLX trailers as seed carts. Nice. I haven't done a lot of animal farming yet on the game. Even though it's been out for like a year now. I just mostly do crops. I haven't really messed with the productions either. But I haven't really played the game either. I play it long enough that I'm happy with the map, and then I usually just make more updates and then have to restart my save again. And I've really only made it through like maybe 1 or 2 years. Um, so yeah. I'm hoping that changes here now in the future because I've gotten 3 maps done. Third one being this one that's slated to go into testing sometime after the first of the year.
8,000 cows. How does
That
that not
is
break a game?
a lot of cows. Well, because it doesn't show all of them. It only shows like 25 at a time. Let's see, do we have a field after this? I don't think we do. No, because that's a beet field. Oh, hey, I didn't buy this yet.
4. Is another canola field. Is ready.
Gotta use the feedlot pack with Schultz. Keeps the slots low and rendering low. Oh, okay.
Yeah, holds 1,000 cows that one.
Jeez. It better be massive. 1,000 cows? I mean, you better have a big plot of land for 1,000 cows.
What I'm thinking, I mean, you pretty much have to have this field for 8 feedlots. Not to mention the silage you gotta have. Good lord.
Basically just a feed trough in a little square. Half the size of the cow shed. Okay. Huh.
Each one of those holds 1,000.
Yeah.
Does it just
That's
spawn one?
unrealistic.
Does this spawn one cow visible?
Or maybe 5.
They don't spawn that many cows.
Good evening, squad. About 15 it shows. Man, that's something else.
If you fill it up to its 1,000 limit, it takes over 1 million liters of TMR.
Where are the beets? Oh, right here, squad, right here. That's my beet field, and it's as big as this field, roughly. That's this field. That's that field. So it's longer, but narrower. I'm pretty sure on that field you won't be able to make it down and back before your truck's full.
Yeah, because that's a big field, that.
Yeah, that's a big field. I mean, it spans easily.
It'll take longer to open that thing up than it is going to do harvest it.
Yeah, that field 6 is easily, as far as distance wise, it's easily 1/3 of the distance across the map,
Yeah.
going north and south. This map is massive.
Just a lot of farming.
But I had to do something unique, because Frank Booth and Michigan are pretty similar to each other. Different layouts, but they're pretty similar setups. So the third map had to be something way out there. And this one is way out there.
You activate platinum for this?
I don't know if I think I might have platinum activated right now. How was my day? I did get some snow. We're actually getting we're supposed to get a little bit of snow through the night tonight. Nothing major accumulations or anything like that, but a light dusting is what they're predicting. But yeah, we did get some big flake snow today.
How could are you, Taylor?
I am 46. I'll make it to the end.
Demon?
60. The equipment comes across the maps, but the trees don't. That's no fun.
Trees have a lower rendering clip distance than what vehicles do.
No. I meant, like, what's available to purchase and
Oh,
stuff like that.
you're getting about 2.5 to 3 million in canola a year, 1 million of corn. Use that with the Schultz ethanol plant to make meal for TMR. Not sure if it'll be enough for 8K. Might have to feed some just hay. Yeah. Plant Michigan farms, but I don't know if it's my key bindings or my conflict. It won't let me fill up my cedar. I have the heavy duty bundle pack with key bindings set. I doubt it's the map. It's probably a mod conflict. Or a key binding issue within a mod's that's causing a confliction.
Has he got the Ace Planters by custom modding? By any chance?
What planter are you trying to fill up? 3-seater. This is it for this field, ain't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll move up to field 4 next. And after that it's liming and tillage.
Oh, I'm looking at the screen.
It's a case one, so it's probably customs case
It's
IHs.
customs. Yeah. The planters have got known issue with key bindings. Default is N. But with theirs, it doesn't work. You have to change the key binding to a different key bind. I've heard a lot of people put the key bind for
I thought the
the
default
Gen 3.
filling was R.
From a
Oh
trigger,
yeah. Yeah.
but
Same
from a
for
planner,
spreader
you
or
have to,
anything else like
most of those case IH planners have the opening lids on the back, so you gotta open the lid before you can fill them. And that's what's allowing you not to fill them because the lids are still closed.
Yeah.
And the key binding for opening lids doesn't work. You have to rebind it. Because there's an issue with
Yeah, open close cover is key bind N.
yeah. So yeah, just key bind your open close covers, and then you should be able to at least open the cover up, and then you should be able to fill them.
Yeah, because key bind N is used for rotate pipe 2 down, and key bind N is used for lower hydraulic hitch as well. So it's getting used for 3 things.
These trailers have a hitch on the rear. I know that.
The combine goes slow.
It goes 19.
That's it.
Yeah.
I can go 26.
Take your 26 ass on down the road then. I'm gonna go up here and park and take a break anyway, so. I'm just hoping I chose the right path to get there.
Yeah, this will get there. It's gonna be a little rough on this key on this angle, because how the ditch lays in. And veer over a little bit so you don't catch your dual on the tree trunk. Probably could make this road a little wider. But then I'd have to start a new save. So I think it's just gonna stay this way. Hey, another
Buy
B
the
field.
ground.
We gotta buy that
Come
field
buy
too.
the ground and then repaint it and then sell the ground back.
Oh, yeah, because it is, yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Got a texture flicker there.
In the water.
Yeah, because the things are just sitting below the water.
Yeah.
So you can either raise them up a little bit or lower them. So I have to fix that.
I had that in the last field. In the ditch.
Yeah.
Quite a bit right through there. That's not save breaking though.
No. Just looks weird. I just got 3 deer in that one. Lady Frenzy, Wicked Truth. That is a name and a half. How's it going?
Oh boy. You want to pass me too?
Oh my, I got you. But I got there, I was like, nah, it's not gonna make it.
There's the animals trigger point for the animal farmers. And it's also a bale sell point too. I kept it small. I've reduced the size of the buildings. I just got basically a cattle yard there for it. So I could continue to maximize my acreage available. But it does work. Allows you to buy animals, transport animals, whole 9 yards. And then this area right here that we're driving in is a buyable land for you want to place some production buildings down or build a farm or even a cattle yard. It's buyable and totally build whatever you want on it. Oh, I gotta unfold my harvester.
Take a little break. I'll be back in a little bit.
Yeah, I do like it. It's a unique name. It's pretty good. Almost combined a deer one time, hit butt with a crop divider. Yeah. I hit a dead deer with a corn head in real life on a combine. Didn't see it laying down amongst the corn stalks, and I schmucked it. Ah, okay, yeah, Buddha, yeah, that makes sense. So ready for another good map to play on, Gator? Well, there's 2 maps that came out here recently that are pretty decent maps. There is power poles in the fields, if you've seen. They do have collisions. Just a heads up. That's one of my favorite things to do is put obstacles in fields you have to farm around.
427,000 litres of canola we've got.
What was that, Phil? How many liters?
427,000
Oof,
canola.
that's some money in the bank.
Yeah, off them 2 fields.
Like America maps, the other overseas maps have 2 small roads for me. Yes, the the overseas maps, why I don't like them is there's a couple reasons. One, the roads are small, but it's how they are. But yeah, the roads are too small for my big American equipment. There's usually hedges or fences that line the sides of the fields, which is annoying. But that's how it is. And over there, a lot of their field borders are a stone fence or a hedgerow or whatever have you. Um, and I would say the third biggest thing for me is the like farm layouts. They're just not big, where you can't get big equipment around, maneuver around through the buildings, things like that. It's just, yeah, it's claustrophobic feeling. But you know, I'm from America, so I'm used to wide open spaces. And that's normal for here. Where their normal is that style, so opposite.
Oh,
How about you and me both, though? Most fields here in Michigan have holes in the middle of fields and ditches like I should have told you. Seen the real sign of Frank Booth and went LOL, yep. Yeah, I've tried to capture within reason the holes that are in the field or the fields right next to each other. Now, in real life, there isn't this green space here. It's basically crop next to crop, and there's like a pole that'd be center line of where the two fields borders are. There's no green space between fields in Michigan. It's field border right next to the next field border, and it's just the common decency of the farmers who own each respectable land that they know that's the border, and they know not to plant across it or harvest across it, vice versa. It's a mutual respect thing. Plus, you know, you take out another farmer's crop, they're gonna, you know, come after you for it. It's cool to see that in real life, three-seater. Yeah, it is pretty cool. That sign is epic. Drive on the wrong side of the road. Yeah, there you go, right, lady. Yeah, they drive on the other side of the road, which is just weird. Too many hills and slopes, yep. Some fields in Ohio are like that too. The fields are right up next to each other. Yeah. Yeah, the American farming is that, no, the fields are right next to each other. There's not the green space in between them. But if I were to build a map entirely accurate, well, your hired workers would be all over the place. Not where they belong. They already do that now, but it would be way worse if I built it exactly how it was in real life. I'll make it to this corner, then I'll dump off on you there, Phil.
you've got the 50-foot header there, haven't you?
Yes.
Oh, that's alright then. on that back stretch up near the top, there's what's the name? There's a patch on the field. It's got a big hump in it.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, I took a screenshot.
Okay.
So, yeah. But you didn't miss any, and you're using the 50-foot header.
Is that restaurant
Going
Tony's
south
still on
option.
the restaurant Tony's is in Birch Run by the Outlet Mall. Yep, exactly. Yep, no, it's still there. That Tony's restaurant is still there by the gas station. Great place to eat. Tony's is amazing. Yes, it is. Half-pound bacon of POT. Yep. It's on the way to your lake house? Nice. The battleship sub. It went home, yeah. Yeah, if you could eat the whole battleship, hats off to you. Because, yeah,
Sounds
They
like
don't-
my kind of place.
they don't call it a battleship for no reason. Oh, yeah, the banana split. That's like the banana split is enough for like 4 people to eat. It's insane. And what I mean by 4 people, like that's all they came in to eat. Like they didn't have the regular course meal. It was they came in just to eat the banana split. 4 people would be able to do it. It's just insane. It's like can't remember if it's like 1 or 2 gallons of ice cream they put in it or on it.
Good God.
It's insane.
How much does that cost?
Yeah, 3-seater. I know where Claire's at. I used to ride snowmobile up in that area. And they had a snowmobile.
They charge for something like that, though.
I don't remember anyway. It's been a while. You're in Afghanistan. Watch them drive wrong enough was enough for me. Well, Gator, thank you for your service. I assume it was a military deployment while you were in Afghanistan, I would assume. I could be wrong, but
I'll second.
8 years Army?
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much, sir, for your service to our country. Gallon ice cream numb? I knew it was at least 1 or 2. And actually, from what I remember, the prices aren't. I haven't been there in a few years, but before the whole food debacle, prices getting skyrocketed up. But it wasn't that terrible pricing wise. I mean, it was very reasonable for the amount of food you get. Geez, yeah. I mean, most things there,
One of
you
those
take
places
home
where you
half
get
of it.
what you pay for.
Yeah, like if you ordered like the pancakes, I think it was, or the waffle, there was enough there for like 2 people. And like most of their portion sizes for meals there are like enough for 2 people to eat and be full.
Says kind of surprised about tonight at Applebee's is Applebee's is always kind of being one of those more budget friendly places, you know.
Yeah,
Now $20 for an 8-ounce steak.
yeah. B
Yikes.
BLT is a 1 pound of bacon on it.
$20 for
Now you're a firefighter, Gator? Awesome.
this.
Yep.
Buddha does firefighting too, all volunteers. Nice.
Granted, that's sirloin, but it's still. Sirloin used to be used to only be about $1 an ounce a couple of years ago.
How full are you, G-Man?
I just clicked over 81.
How full are you, Taylor?
Hey, Frenzy, I'm a lonely construction worker. I am currently 70%. I may make it to the truck.
Yeah. I'll go to G-Man first.
I don't think I'll
Nope.
quite make it all the way back.
It's
to
just
that.
a weekly night away from the wife for most guys. But every now and then you guys gotta suit up, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, our fire department here is also volunteer.
My green card isn't one of the crossplay mods, though, is it?
Nope.
I'm just kind of curious if stuff like that happens on a Deady or not.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Geez, 20,000 a year budget doesn't seem like a whole lot for firefighting expenses.
Oh.
I'm back.
Okay.
On dish soap works for a lot of stuff.
Yeah, Gator, that's just crazy.
Around over there to the middle.
How full are you guys?
I'm at 47.
I'm at 55. Four new air packs, 8 bottles, 4 masks, run us over just over 34. Holy crap.
All right. Stuff ain't cheap. But at the same time, if you're in a very rural area, chances are they're not going to be used that much because you're not going to be going into any kind of building that is going to have occupants. Be dealing more with like brush fires and stuff
Hey,
like that.
Chakota. How's Chakota doing? Gotta go to work? Damn, night night. Time for this frenzy. Alright, lady frenzy. Have yourself a good night. I'm about there too. I gotta be going to work. I gotta get up tomorrow for work too, so. We'll probably go another half hour yet. Or finish this field probably at least. Then I'll be taking off. But at least you guys got to see a little bit more of the map. That's gonna come out to all platforms here hopefully at the beginning of the year. Plan on staying up all night tonight and sleep tomorrow and be ready for the snow this weekend. You getting a lot of snow then there, Dakota? Predicted? Getting snow now? Yeah, we are too. Not a lot, but enough to make an annoyance.
Grass and vehicles are getting covered, but so far pavement.
6 to 8 inches for the weekend, then more next week. Ugh. Snow for 3 days, Buddha.
It's all you, Dakota. It's all you.
12 to 18 inches here this weekend. You're calling for. Ugh. Yeah, the west side of Michigan right now is getting hammered with lake effect. Just absolutely hammered. And our snow is coming from the showers, snow showers that are still holding together as they come across the state from the lake effect. So we get the big puffy flakes of snow today or tonight.
You guys mostly get leftover weather, huh?
Yeah, over on this side of the state, it's a lot of as far as the lake effect goes, it's yeah, just snow showers that break up and stay together long enough to get to over to here, but there's not much in them. Just a quick burst of big puffy snowflakes and then it's all gone already. Comes as fast as it goes, kind of thing, or comes as fast. Doesn't last long.
Now, what about if the weather comes out of the opposite direction?
A nor'easter? Then we get snow off the bay. Lake effect snow from the bay, or from the thumb. Will reach down into us where I'm at here. Then we usually pick up a little bit of snow. The worst storms are the what they call the northern clippers, where it drops down out of Canada across the state, picks up the moisture across the lake, and then dumps it on the entire state. Those ones suck.
Just like straight out of the north.
Well, it's like it comes from the northwest coming southeast. It just drops down out of Canada, cold mass of air, mixes in with the moisture from the Gulf coming up, and
Yeah.
it settles right on the state. Those are doozy snowstorms. Those are 12, 18 inches all day long. Just, they suck. The ones that come up from the south and come across that other direction, those usually aren't as bad. They're more on the warmer side, where we
Yeah,
get
those are more quote unquote normal
we get
conditions.
rain first, then snow. Usually, it's how it's been the last few winters. It really cuts down on the accumulation then. The Alberta Clipper. Yes, that is it. That's the official name for them. Those are nasty snowstorms.
I had seen somewhere that we were supposed to get like 5 to 6 inches over the last like 10 days or so, but Nothing showed up.
Yeah, it's. I feel for the weather guys of Michigan trying to predict weather because our lakes change it so drastically that there's times where there's a huge storm, big, rainstorm, thunderstorm, whatever you want to call them, that is over on the other side of Lake Michigan, and they predict that it's gonna be still holding together and massive when it gets to this side of the lake, and it ends up just fizzling out in the lake, and so it gets over here and it's like nothing.
Yeah.
And then there's other times where it fizzles out over the lake, and just as it hits land, it blows right up again. And it's a constant, what are the lakes going to do to affect the weather kind of thing for all of our weather guys here. And snow is just as unpredictable. I mean, if
Yeah.
it pretty much, if it's windy and it's an easterly wind coming from the west, the people on the west side of the state are pretty much guaranteed lake effect snow. Because the moisture from the lake drops off on top of the land, and yeah.
Ours is pretty much similar. If it's coming from the west at all, it's just kind of normal, it's not going to be anything really bad.
Hmm?
But if it comes from the east, it seems like we get about 10 times more moisture sucked up into us when it comes from the east.
Yeah.
Whether it's rain or snow or whatever, and it just turns into a mess. Might as well shut the state down because nobody wants to do anything.
You gotta do it tomorrow when you get home from work. You have to. How far am I from Battle Creek? Long ways. I am quite the distance. I am over towards the thumb area. If you were to look at this is what's cool about Michigan. We have a map on our right hand. So if you look at your right hand with your palm facing you, the notch between your index finger and thumb is roughly where I live. And Battle Creek is over on the other side of the state. Southwestern side of the state. Yep. Oh, is that how it works, Buddha? Is the cold trying to enter a landmass and it forms moisture and snow falls? Is that how it technically, or how it develops? Family lives there in Belleville? Nice. Yeah, they're a little bit in the snow belt. Just a wee bit. $92 inches And that storm in November. Holy cow. You know it's bad when Reed Timmer shows up. You know that. That's truth. If Reed Timmer shows up to capture or to report on the storm, you know it's gonna be bad. Could not agree more with you on that one, Num.
One of the main.
He is a
out that
main
way.
storm chaser. He's one of the bigger storm chasers.
Never heard of him.
Extreme weather storm chaser. Ah, okay, Buddha. Yeah, the heat from the yeah. Yeah, 'cause lake effect snow is different than snowstorm snow. That I can tell you because lake effect snow, the flakes are like freaking softballs. Not really, they're more like golf ball size, but the flakes are huge for lake effect snow. Than what like snowstorm snow is really more finer snow. I mean, it can be big flakes too, but it's more predominantly more finer snow. But lake effect snow, good lord. Them are some big flakes.
Lake effect just has more moisture in it.
Super excited when we had thunder snow. Yeah, that doesn't happen very often. I've seen it in my 39 years of existence. I've seen it 3 times in Michigan where it was thunder snowing.
I've not seen it in person, but I've seen it on TV, and it looked crazy.
Yeah, it's creepy weird. I mean, even the way it like the rumble is like it's just not normal. It's very, very eerie. I agree. When I
I would
first heard
imagine
it,
it's a lot deeper of a thunder because
when,
there's like the snow would insulate the sound instead of like just getting it reflected right back.
when I heard it the first time, I'm like, what was that? Yeah, snow absorbs the sound. It's muffled. Yeah, correct. Yeah, yep. Yeah, it's weird. It is definitely weird.
Got about 3 rounds left.
Good, then we can put the combines away till soybeans. If there are, is there soybeans on here? Oh, field 1. Yep, field 1's a field of soybeans.
sunflowers too. We could do.
No, I'm not doing sunflowers.
But they go at 9 mile an hour.
Yeah, that's fine.
With the in-game headers.
I think Ice Twister shows up. I mean, if I ever see a tornado in a snowstorm, I'm probably going to be hanging on to something because that would be totally just wrong and totally against all weather functions of how tornadoes get created.
Probably treat the situation like if I saw a snake or an alligator in my backyard.
I'd be like, come get me from
Time
the
to
man
move.
upstairs. I'd be like, I'm here because obviously it's my time to go.
Time to move.
It's called a white willy. Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, no, I've seen everything. Yeah. I'd be like, where's the Sharknado?
Tornado, yeah.
Sharknado, yeah. It's like, okay, I seen the Snowado, or Snownado. Where's the shark one now? Come on, unleash it.
Sharks in them big lakes up there.
No. Not that I've ever heard of if there have been any sharks in these lakes. I mean, there's fish the size of sharks, but no, no sharks.
Probably have to go a little bit farther north, but I'm sure there's some nasty northern pikes.
Oh yeah, there's northern pikes. There's
Those
northern,
fish are
there's
nasty.
there's northern pike in some of the bigger lakes within the Michigan here.
Was what we fished for when I went on a little Minnesota camping trip. That, I think it was smallmouth. See too much smallmouth though.
Yeah. Muskies, pikes, don't, yeah, they got some gnarly mouths.
Like an alligator's mouth on a fish. Tons of tiny, sharp little teeth.
Walleye is pretty big. Walleye, perch, catfish, pike.
Got any noodlers up there?
A what?
Any noodlers?
The hell's a noodler?
You don't know what a noodler is?
No. Never heard that term before.
Noodler is a dumbass that sticks their hand in the deepest, darkest black hole of a lake.
Oh,
and lets
catfish. Catfish noodling. Okay, yeah, I know what
Yeah,
you mean now.
noodler.
I don't know. I never seen anybody that redneck yet. I've seen it on TV, but they're usually in the south of the country, not this far north.
Yeah.
You wouldn't get me doing that.
No. It's about as bad as those guys sticking their hands down in murky water trying to find a snapping turtle and pull it out by its tail. No, thank you.
Nope, no thanks.
Just gotta feel around the shell. Yeah, okay. Sure thing. You can do that all you want. I ain't doing that.
Get your fingers took off one bite.
Yeah. Yeah, walleye is a
Hi,
tasty
can you
fish.
count on your hands and toes, hands again?
Yeah, walleye is a really, really tasty fish. It is one of the better fish, in my opinion. Perch is good too, but they're getting really expensive, and there's not as many as there used to be. Like when I was younger, we used to go perch fishing all the time and catch oodles of them. It's pretty hit and miss now, perch fishing. But we do have some sturgeons in lakes.
A few of those in northern Indiana. For the most part, around my area, it's all bass fishing.
Bass, yeah.
Bass or crappie.
Salmon is one of those weird fish. I mean, it all depends on how it's prepared, really, whether it'll be good or not. Um, the wife, she loves salmon. I'll eat it just because usually when we get salmon, it's one, too big of a fillet for her to eat the whole thing, so I'll end up eating half of it. But
I say if it's grilled right or if it's in a patty, I will mow down on it. Any other way, nope.
yeah, the one I really like for like, that it's really simple. There's not a whole lot to them. Is smelt. I like smelt. It's like eating, well, it is basically eating a minnow, but I could eat a pound of smelt, no problem. I love it. Love smelt.
What about rock salmon?
Never had it.
If you go to a fish and chip shop, then you, what's name, more than likely have. Rock salmon is, what's name, is dogfish.
Dogfish?
Yeah, it's dogfish. Now dogfish has, their skin is like sandpaper.
Is that similar to a sheephead?
Could be. But what they do is 'cause we get cod over here in the chip shops,
Mm.
and then they have another one, and they call it rock salmon, and it's what's name? It's dogfish, but it's got the same texture as cod,
Oh, okay.
but instead of putting up dogfish, because it doesn't sound very appetizing, they put it up as rock salmon.
Ah.
I've actually caught dogfish.
That's such a goofy name, dogfish.
Yeah. It's what's name? It looks like a bullhuss, or kind of like a shark.
Mm.
Like it's got like a shark's head.
Okay.
That was good timing.
That was.
Go ahead and empty out. Start heading back. I'll finish this little patch here.
Okay.
I still think the snouts on these newer grain headers look funny.
Uh, Buddha, which Are you talking about the dogfish? That would be classified as a panfish. No gator. I'm gonna be on long enough to bring the equipment back to the shop, wash it, and then kind of store it some, and then I'm gonna be heading out because I have to work tomorrow. Uh, and I usually end around midnight anyways when I normally stream. Dogfish. So is dogfish a panfish, Phil, where you can fry it in a pan?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you can either have it battered or you can pan fry it.
Sure thing, Gator. Thanks for watching. Thanks for chatting, and for sure we'll see you next time.
Ooh, half tank fuel burned.
I burned.
Like you didn't run out at half.
Nope. I burned close to probably 3/4, 2/3.
It's actually quite nice butter. As I said, its taste, its texture is just like cod.
Yes, 3-seater. This is the new map. This is the Prairie Farm map.
I'll send you some over, Taylor.
Dogfish?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, 3-seater. Yeah, it is. It's a pretty unique map.
This one has a lot of farming.
You make it to the end.
Oh yeah, I've only got like 40-some%. Oh.
Yeah, the same house and setup as you. It's a great house and garage that's from Elk Creek modding. It's a really cool house.
He's got another house coming out.
Yep, I seen that the other day. Looks pretty good.
Found that there's a nice little house in Platinum DC. I upgraded my bus. Silver Run.
Oh yeah.
Got a nice back porch that overlooks the canyon of the river.
Run 6 X9s and live in the trailer. Yeah, that X9 is looking thick. Oh, is that... That's right, these things don't have a hitch set.
Yeah, you can get in there with the gator, no big deal.
It's funny that the Gator has the right hitch for these trailers, but the truck don't. Just saying. Takes all that shed to put this thing in there.
Just leave mine unhitched right over here. Hey, Zay. Big fat tire combines.
Yep.
Beat the dog. Dog.
I ran him over before.
In the house here somewhere?
He's across the road at the store. Yeah.
Oh, there he is. Coming back for some food. He knows where the food bowl is. There you go. Give him a little belly rub.
Them doors are loud.
Play fetch. I forget.
Yeah, you can play fetch with the ball.
Buddy.
Alrighty, chat. Let's see who we have going that we could potentially raid here.
Going after it. Going after it. Well, he just ran right through the wall of the garage.
Well, let's go drop in Rob D.
Right.
Titan again.
Good job, buddy. Good job. Well, now he wants to play again. You jumped it where I can't get it.
Alrighty, chat. Thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure. I'm not sure what Rob is doing. It looks like he's combining grass. That's interesting. So we will we'll go check that out. And yeah. Um, next time we will be streaming will be no Tuesdays, Wednesday next week. So but yeah, thanks for following. Thanks for the raid earlier, and we'll see you over there.